Hey, this is Dr. Amanda with StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about midlines. And you're probably wondering why I have a slider puzzle here. And this was the best analogy I could think of for how I address midlines. It's a puzzle. And I love puzzles. And I think all orthodontists love puzzles. Um, Things don't always work out just as is, though. So, not all mouths are symmetrical. Not all skeletons or jaws are balanced or symmetrical. So sometimes we can't make everything just perfect because we're not all symmetrical. We might have a Bolton discrepancy, we might have one premolar bigger than the other, or one central incisor bigger than the other. So all you can do is do the best that you can do, is what it comes down to. So remember, in ortho, especially in braces, there are 3 distinct steps. And we kind of do the same thing with aligners as well. Step number 1 is align and level. If you work things out of sequence, you're going to not only cause the patient discomfort, but you're also going to take way more time and cause a lot more frustration. So you have to stay the course and stay focused and stay on each goal, finish the goal 100%, and then move on to goal number 2. So phase 1, step 1 is align and level. That means straightening the teeth with first order movements. Ups and downs, ins and outs, rotations, right? Once you got everything completely straight and all the bite is level, you like the way, this tooth is relative to this tooth, this, then, all the bottom teeth are completely straight. You love the height of the lower incisors. Everything's perfect, but you might have some spaces and the midlines might be off and the bite might be off a little bit. But you finish the first part. Then you can move on to step 2, which is space closure and addressing the bite and the midlines. So we kind of do that all at one time. And that's where you have to start thinking about the puzzle and seeing if it's, first of all, is that even reasonable to expect the midlines to be on? So again, the puzzle. All right. So I wish I get this question a lot. I wish there was a magic wand where I can tell you this is how you do midlines, but every single patient is its own unique assortment of puzzles. So there's really no way I can give you a magic potion about midlines. That's the main thing I wanted to tell you. Everyone's unique. Everyone you have to address individually, and everyone is its own puzzle. I take a look back, I take a step back, and I'm like, okay, if I move this like this and I move this like that, then that will turn out like this, So, for example, this patient right here, I see in my puzzle that the top teeth are already touching the bottom teeth. We have no overjet here to play with. If she had like a 4mm overjet, that means her front teeth are more ahead of her bottom teeth, I would have a lot of room to play with to adjust the midlines. But here, I clearly have a Bolton discrepancy because I have extra space and the teeth are already touching the bottom. So my puzzle's kind of stalled here, unless I want to create more overjet. So what can I do here to address the midlines? I could leave this tooth where it is and drag this tooth over to match up, which would put my midlines on, but then I'd have extra space over here, right? And we'd still have the extra space there. That's all right. That's easy because I can do some bonding here for that. Slide this over. Now I'll get space there, just like the sliding puzzle. Slide this over. Now I'll get the space back here if I want to, and try to make the space back here match whatever space I have here. I could move this over, right? Now the midlines are on, but the extra space is at least camouflaged distal to 7 and 10. Or I could add some IPR on the lower arch and drag the lower midline this way a little bit. But of course you want to see where the facial midline is too. So again, puzzle, right? So lots of different ways you could go. So in a nutshell, for this patient, you can give the patient an option to add some lower IPR and close all the spaces and get the midlines on. Or we can get the midline on, but have some extra spaces more over here and over here to get some veneers or bonding. As always, when I have this conundrum or this options, I always like to give my patient the choice and explain the risks, benefits, and alternatives to both options, put them in writing, let the patient choose in writing, Have them sign that they chose and that all risk benefits alternatives were explained. Even better if you can say them all and write them down, at least in shorthand form. Patient signs, you guys made a decision. And even better if they chose the option for the veneers or bondings, if you collect part of that treatment plan, you open the treatment plan and you have them put a deposit towards it. That way they're 100% committed to that treatment plan, because 9 times out of 10, whenever patients tell me they want that treatment plan and we go get it ready and we take the braces off or the aligners and they're like, I changed my mind, can I have the lower IPR? This is not like Burger King, okay? Because that's going to take me a whole nother like 6 to 9 months to redo this treatment. It takes more time for me. Patients frustrated, they're like, oh, you didn't fully explain that to me. That's why I love this signature. Later, if the patient changes their mind, then they can pay for the change. No sweat off me, no sweat off them. They changed their mind. They already agreed to a plan that's going to take me extra time and money, extra aligners. At least now you're being compensated for your time. If you do not grab that signature, you're not going to get compensated for your time. So that's the benefit of that. But anyways, going back to midlines, it's a puzzle. Everyone's different. You need space to move midlines, obviously. If you don't have space, you need to create space to move midlines. And how you create space will depend on a variety of things, which include the facial midline, the lip, symmetry, the bite. So sometimes you're going to leave the midlines off. And a lot of times patients really don't care. So as long as you let them know, you point it out, you document it and grab a signature, you're good to go. Nothing wrong with the midline being off as long as the patient's okay with it. So all right. And for me, personally, if I had a choice of my midline being off or having someone hack on my teeth with IPR, I'm going to pick the midline off. I don't want someone drilling on my teeth with IPR. No, thank you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as long as but my teeth are kind of small and I don't have that much enamel and I don't want to increase my risk for decay. So if I had big giant teeth like this, sure, no problem. So, all right. Thanks so much. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you.